G'day friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. My name is James. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I've ripped out a little piece of toned paper from this journal I got from Art Snacks. I've actually got some Art Snacks washi in my hand to tape off a cute little border, make it nice and neat. I saw a technique on Instagram just now. It's actually this like 10 or 11-year-old boy who does these artworks. He's doing an exhibition. I just came across it on Instagram. Social media can be the best place for finding things, I swear, like happening upon something. And not that you needed to know that, I'm sure you knew that, but I saw his work and it was so cute and it was so whimsical, and I thought I have to try it. Not the actual style of it, it's very cute what he does, and I'll leave his information in the description box below because I've completely forgotten his name and that Instagram account, but I want you to see it if you want to have a look. But there was a technique that he did and it was all colorful paper, and I went to go and have a look at his Instagram and see what he was using, and I think it was Caran d'Ache Neocolor crayons, and I have a little set of them here. This is actually a whole set plus this one that I bought for my skin tone, so it never quite fits, which is frustrating, but funnily enough, it fits when I put the lid on, so I don't know how that works. But I've got a white here. So he was drawing in white and then coloring it in, but it was a toned paper, or it was actually colorful paper. He had like pink or an orange or whatever. Black, a lot of the white crayon looked really effective on the darker tones, so I just wanted to have a quick go at it. And what should we do? Like a cute little skull or something? I'm not quite sure. Let's do a skull over here. This is not the darkest gray ever, so we'll just see how it all works. So your line work is going to be in white, and then we're going to color it in with the neo colors. I don't want to have too many huge open spaces because I'd like to get a lot of color on there. But he can be like that. We'll put a little party hat on him. It's gonna be a little Halloween party. Stripes. I'll give him a little body as well. He can have a collar, a little W collar. Or maybe there'll be two of them. Two skulls going to the Halloween party. I've done skulls like this for a while now, and I do think I'm locking this in as my skull style. So if I ever see this on Instagram and you don't credit me and everything I've ever done, I'm going to send the art journal police on you. And you'll be banned from art journaling for life. Just kidding. I would literally never do that. I do not care. Please play along. It should be simple enough to follow. Big old circle head. W collar. Let's see. What else do I want? I feel like there needs to be something else. Well, I really don't even know. I mean, I can do a color in the background, but do I put a pumpkin back here? I'm just going to put a pumpkin resting between their heads. Why not? You want the line work to be simple, I'm guessing, because his all looked very simple. Maybe I'll put some bone. Oh, I've done this to my other white crayon I just looked at, and I was like, oh, that one's broken. I'll get the other one. Well, it is what it is now. They're going to hold a love heart because they love Halloween. Please believe me when I say I do not care. I don't know why my brain decided to make that joke as I was starting, but upon further reflection, I probably shouldn't joke like that. It's going to be very real for some people. Let me put a little balloon over here. It actually does bug me, to be honest. People that say, try this, and then you try it, and then they say, you're copying me. And you're like, oh, sorry, I could have sworn you said try this. And now you're saying don't try this. And now, as I say, I'm apologizing and I shouldn't have talked about it. I'm talking about it even more at length. I should just stop. How about that? How about I just stop cold turkey, talk about something more positive? Not even in a bad mood. I don't know why I'm trying to be combative. I guess I'm just feeling chaotic. Let's put a little crown on this one. Oh, a bow. We could put a bow on. None of this makes sense. Okay. Oh, I'll put a little crack in their head as well. That way I can break up some of that space. So I just want to make sure there's some line work for us to color in, because I think that's what made it look really effective. So now I'm just going to get to coloring. And it looks like a pretty smooth laydown of color. So I'm going to try and burnish this in effectively so that I'm not leaving any gray space. Maybe the skulls can stay gray. I don't know. He seemed like he colored absolutely every square inch of the paper. So my paper. I got my fan on. I got my window open, so you can probably hear the traffic sounds. And it is feeling lush in here. I've finished my dancing for a while. I have no shifts on my schedule for dancing, so you're probably going to see a lot more of me around these streets if I can get my act together. I have the desire to live stream, but you know what I'm like. I say I want to do it and then I end up not doing it. Pumpkin, orange. Oh, I didn't give the pumpkin a face. That's what I was forgetting. Let me do that real quick. I want to try and get all the colors on here, so I guess I don't have to color things the exact color that they are. I might switch that up and do some of this more crimson red. But yeah, he had a really cute, whimsical, very colorful art style, and I thought it looked really, really fascinating. It's funny because he is a child, and I was going to say it looked childlike, obviously, but it looks like an adult did something childlike because there's skill in there that you just don't expect someone of his age to have. I know as much as I loved arts and crafts when I was younger, I certainly wasn't that skilled at it. I just had passion. Passion, no skill. Which is fine. I think he had a big collection of neo colors, and I'm trying to not convince myself that I need to go out and buy a whole set of neo colors, because I have two sets. Actually, I have this one, which are just repeats of the colors I have in here because I got in an Art Snacks box. But I have this little set that I was gifted. And I love them, and I always think, oh, I've got the perfect amount because I do use them, and you know, I don't want for more. But when I saw he was using all these other beautiful colors, I was like, oh, maybe I do. I mean, I'm not on a no-spend journey, so I can if I want. But I also have this like little fear that if I do end up getting it, then I won't use it. Just gonna put some pink in the background. I don't know how much of the background I want to do in this pink. I guess I could do the whole thing. Why not? See, I think this was the effective part. Once you start to see all the gray covered up, it really is great. Good fun with that white line work. Because it's not a negative. Usually if you make a photo negative and you make all the black line work gray, white, everything else turns and flips colors as well. But in this case, there's no negative colors. Sometimes the most simple things you've never really tried before, but just wanted to give it a go, see how I feel. Ultimately, I think I was drawn to all the color of it. But that's how I learn more about art and journaling and things that I like, is when I see something I like, I usually give it a go. I don't try to be too analytical about it and be like, no, what is it that I love? And make sure I know. I think, well, if I've got the supplies to do it, let's just have a go. And in doing it, I'll find I love the process, or I love the finished result but hate the process, or I love the process, hate the finished result. Like, there'll be something I'll glean from the experience. I have to say, already I am loving the feeling of coloring in with these crayons because they're so buttery. I love the style of very simplified, you know, kind of doodling illustrations. I think the scale of it is a little too small. I think I would prefer to work a bit bigger. And I think the thing that would frustrate me is getting my hands dirty with all the pastel. And I have a curiosity to use the paintbrush or a water brush and actually activate the whole thing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Put a blue collar on. Blue collar, they're workers. I guess the only color you can't color in with is white, because then you'll lose the line work. So do I make them yellow, or what do I do? I'm a little lost as to what I do with my little skeleton crew. From what I remember, quickly glancing at the work on Instagram, there didn't seem to be a lot of blended colors, but I do think there was. Like, I don't think it's a style choice to not blend the colors. I just think some of the ones I looked at were just very flat colored. So I'm not going to blend anything. I'm just going to block in the colors. Oh, red. A little red heart. I guess I could make one of them red. I love red. I'm going to do it. He's going to be red. Sunburn. Poor things. I was at Disney dancing the other day. And it's hot. I mean, it's been hot, but it is hot, hot. And I was just looking out into the audience, spotting all the sunburnt people. And some people are so red and it just looks so painful. And I swear the sun is different, because if you were that red in Australia, you'd be in hospital with, like, I mean, there'd be fluid gathering in your body and you'd have definite, like, sun poisoning. Here, it just seems like people get burnt, they turn red, and they just seem to go about their day. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little off about that, but something about the UV index in Australia and the way you get burnt in Australia, it's like life-threatening. I got burnt one of the holidays I went home, and goodness, it was just hard to sit down. I was burnt for the whole trip. It was so bad. I was barely outside too. I think it was that the one I went home for COVID? It might have been. No, it was just before that, because I remember we were at Southwest Rocks and it was smoky because of the bushfires. That was end of 2019. There we go. Red. And then, what color do I want to make this one? This one right here. Green. It's a little Christmassy. Blue. Red and blue is good. I like blue. Let's do blue. Red and blue are the colors my brother and I would wear. We're twins. They also make me think of Rock'em Sock'em Robots, which, to be fair, was my brother and my vibe growing up. Always fighting. We don't really fight anymore. But I'm sure if you leave us in a room long enough, we'll start to disagree. It's only natural. All siblings do it. Not really. I don't really disagree with my sister. We don't fight. Okay, blue. Oh, I just love the feeling of burnishing these crayons in. So smooth and waxy. Oh, you know what is even more buttery, and I could probably... this is probably why I didn't buy more of the Caran d'Ache. I have the Tim Holtz Distress crayons. I could do it with that. I would need to work on a bit of a larger scale because they're so soft. I don't think I'd be able to get any kind of sharp points or edges into anywhere. But I could definitely use the Tim Holtz Distress for some of this to diversify my color choices. All right, I got this little itty bitty pink patch down here. Let me just give that a little ruffle. I love that. That looks sickening. He is onto something. This is why he has an exhibition. Very, very simple Gorgina technique. I'm going to have to go and have a look at more of his work and see if there's anything else I'd like to try. The edges just keep it really nicely framed. Just give it a bit more of a professional polish for when I stick it into my journal. I'll have to scan it though, so I can put it in your collage club for what's it called? Halloween. Maybe I'll put this in my my Halloween workshop that I'm working on. Details TBD, because honestly I don't know half the details myself yet. But I do like this as a technique. I'm gonna have to go poring over his Instagram and see if there's anything else I think I can have a good go at. But that is really cute. I really like it. Lovely. All right, thank you for joining me for that little test. That is exactly how I work. If you ever wondered how I developed all these little tricks in my tool belt, every time I see something that I like, I'll either take a screenshot of it, print it out, put it in my journal, like I did the other day with these fairies. Where are they? Where are my fairies? Here. I did this fairy the other day because I had these printed and I wanted to have a go, so I just had a draw of her. I will always just be gathering my inspiration and putting them down, having a go. What else have I got in here? Oh no, all these have come off. Oh, I have a video I filmed for this I want to make. I filmed myself swatching all these. Let me go edit that video. Got to get this video up to you first too. I don't know why I'm showing you this journal. I got to go. I was only on here for that little quickie. Hopefully you enjoyed that too. I'll put his information down below so you can go and check out his work and see the pictures of the exhibition that they put up, because it's really cute. He has tons of stuff. Really great. Here it is. Party skulls for Halloween. We're getting into the mood. I know it's only August. Sorry. It's Halloween in my world now. Goodbye, summer. Hello, fall. I'll give summer a couple more weeks, but I'm ready to transition. I'm ready to go into it, especially since I'll be doing all this workshop work that I've got in the back of my brain. I'll be very much in a Halloween mood. So can't wait to go on that journey with you. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.